Wow, Dylan.
Throughout this year, it has been a very frustrating and, at times, painful journey. I originally wanted to do magic for my project, but one day when I was changing my room, I looked at myself in the mirror and I decided I need to lose weight. I decided to go to the sports science center where I was assessed. I was checked on my blood levels, cholesterol, and my weight. I never received the other results, but I did receive my weight, and I was 159.8 kgs. That was 2 months ago. I trained for 4 sessions where I lost 5 kgs, but unfortunately I had to move house. I decided to rather do then some small exercises at home, such as jogging as well. But then temptation got me. Being lazy as well as just lying on the bed, watching movies, never going outside again, falling back, and eating and drinking unhealthy stuff. So then we moved house again in May, and I found CEY boxing. So I applied to start training there. I started training on the 4th of July where I was welcomed into the class. I struggled and I was pushed hard. I couldn't breathe properly, and let's just say that my arms felt like they were going to fall off. I went home, I showered, and I passed out. The next day I had a personal session with my coach. He put me on a machine which I really love right now, called the Airdyne bike. The harder you pedal, the harder it becomes to pedal. He told me to burn 30 calories or 40 calories in at least 5 minutes. I only made 230 calories in 5 minutes, and that was at my hardest. I got off the bike and my kneecaps felt like they were going to burst out. He put me in the ring and he pulled out some boxing pads where he called out some combos and certain punches to perform, and he pushed me very hard at that, at speed and strength. After the 5 minutes of just that, I ran to the bathroom and threw up. I didn't see the throwing up though as a bad thing. I saw it as a good thing. It meant that my body was cleansing itself of all the rubbish. I then was even more determined to lose weight. I trained for many sessions and started noticing newer changes in myself. I was thinner in my facial structure and my torso, and I could go for longer. I started skipping, and at the beginning I couldn't even make it past 3. But now I can go as fast as I can, but that's about 10 hits on the ground per minute, never mind, I forgot the number. My favorite machine, as I said, was the Airdyne. I could only do 30 calories before in 5 minutes, but now I can do 53 calories in 6 minutes. I started pushing myself harder, and I checked my weight. I weighed 149 kgs. I became proud and even more determined. So eventually my sparring partner was found, and I couldn't wait. I didn't know how wrong I was. On the sparring day, I did a bit of warm-up practice, and then my sparring partner arrived. His name was Brent, and we greeted each other, did some warm-up on the Airdyne, and then got into the ring for a little bit of shadow boxing. He accidentally hit me in the nose, but that's not as bad as what he did when the headgear was on. When our coach eventually told us to put the headgear on and get our mouth guards, I was scared, to be honest, to get into the ring, even though it was just a sparring match. I got in, and then the bell went. I laid in a few punches, but I only landed 2 to his head. He then returned 10 to my face. Although I was dazed, but I was thrilled. Eventually, after 2 minutes, I got him on the ropes, and I got some body shots in, which he kind of didn't like me for anymore. I got sick afterwards as I realized I drank too much water before the session, and hitting my stomach didn't help. I got out of the ring, took a little bit of a rest, and I got back in. I finished my minute, and my nose was red at the end of the day. I trained again for the next few weeks, and then I noticed brand new changes. My leg muscles, arm muscles, and speed were much better, including my breathing. I could go now for far longer, and I can jog without panting my guts out. I checked my weight, 140.6 kgs. In these past 2 months, I lost 19.2 kgs. I told my family and they were proud of me. I hope to inspire other people who struggle with their weight to help change lives. My biggest motivation is not to end up like my father, who died at the age of 36 when I was 9. He died this way. He died of a heart attack because of the habits he was in, doing unhealthy, eating and drinking unhealthy things. And I hope to one day see my children grow up and hope to see their children grow up as well. My name is Rooyen, and this is my journey from fat to fit. The few people I would like to thank is my mother, Natasha van Rooyen, for helping to put money into my boxing classes and driving me there every session. I'd also like to thank my brother, Keegan van Rooyen, for giving me advice on the foods I should eat. God, I miss pizza. I'd also like to thank Vaughn Giosi for helping me put my footage together. I'd also like to thank Luca Giosi and Akai Giosi for helping me gather my final footage. Thanks to Renal Swanepoel for checking my thesis a few days before I was going to bind it, as I didn't realize how much I was missing. I'd also like to thank my coach, Thompson Fiwe, for guiding me through my boxing and taking a big interest in me. I'd also like to thank the teachers of the school for taking time out of their lessons to help me and the rest of the class put our projects together and with guidance. I'd like to thank my mentor, Rain Beiser, for checking up on me and for helping me with my presentations and speech. And yeah, thank you very much.